Boy Meets World Karma. Corey can never do anything wrong, hatch a plan, without some higher power, say his parents maybe, finding out and inflicting a lesson. The story, first to quote Busta Rhymes, circa 1997, where my B words is at, where the F word, my B words is at. So I'm white, and I'm kind of weak. I've always kind of had the body of an Eastern European street orphan. Like, I'm skinny enough that you can see my ribs, but I kind of like have the hunger stomach going on. And I was raised in a pretty good household. Like, I grew up in a pretty strict Catholic home, which meant that we could eat the Lucky Charms, we could eat the marshmallow Lucky Charms if we were willing to own up to it later in confession. And I don't know when it happened, like somewhere around 8th or 9th grade, but I got like really, really into hardcore gangster rap. Like, so into it that I thought I knew what DMX meant when he said, that's how Rough Riders roll. And I grew up in Northeast Philadelphia, and if you imagine like the boulevard as being like Pride Rock in The Lion King, I mean, this never happened, but like, let's pretend like metaphorically it happened. My mom took me out to the boulevard, and she held me up, and she was like, all that goes before this is yours. And I said, something like, and this never happened. I said something like, Mom, what's that dark area over there? And she said, that's the Roosevelt Mall. You must never go there. But one night my friends wanted to go, and in my mind I was like, whatever, Mom, that's how Rough Riders roll. And so my friends and I went, and we saw this young hooligan walking around the mall, and he was laying out people who were by themselves, just like punching them a couple different times in the face. And my friends, and we thought this was funny, and we continued on our way. And towards the end of the night, turning the corner of where we're walking, Roosevelt Mall is a strip mall if you don't know it, turning around the corner of where they were walking and coming towards us was this guy and his group of friends. And adrenaline starts coursing through all of our veins. And adrenaline will typically tell you to do one of two things, right? Fight or flight. Adrenaline gave me a third option. My friends flew like hell. I fell, frozen in fear, and kind of curled up into the fetal position. And he started kicking me with his steel-tipped boots. I started throwing change up at him. And I was kind of starting to think that this is not how Rough Riders roll. And a car screeches up to my head. A guy jumps out of the car, and he says, "You F-wording with my boy?" And my voice is already often mistaken for a woman's by customer service reps on the phone all the time, and it raises like 3 octaves. I'm like, "No, I'm sorry, I wasn't doing anything." He wallops me twice in the face. I kind of stumble into the Wendy's right there, and I'm, my head's spinning, my jaw's hurting. I'm thinking, where my B words is at? Where the F word my B words is at? Epilogue. My parents found out because I couldn't chew anything for a couple days. And while I wanted my life to be like a vice-filled DMX track, it was more like the intro song to a TGIF show, where the lesson is learned in time for snack and bedtime. Thank you.